I think this stream today is a perfect time to let you guys know that I am starting a new series, which I will be creating content on it starting this year. I will be focusing on environmental and conservation, specifically around everything to do with Star Stable, because they're very much into their ecosystems, environmentalism, conservation, things like that. And I really want to drive the point across that there are a lot of endangered animals that a lot of you don't know about. So I will be creating content on that. I remember I told you guys about the goby bears, and no one knows who the goby bears are, which is quite sad. I mean, we could also talk about endangered horses, like the Mustang at the moment. That breed is facing a lot of problems in America. So that is what I have in store for my YouTube channel as well as my streams. Probably we'll get a little bit more into it from my YouTube channel with regards to the history of different horse breeds, the history of animal breeds. I have created a new account so that I will be working through to create all this content, because a lot of the missions at the very beginning was, well, specifically targets exactly what I want to be talking about. So there will be that too. Okay, so apparently we can actually buy Sky, so her entire outfit from, I think Fort Pinter. I think it's the 13th or 15th of February or March, if I'm not mistaken. So we have a while to actually earn, you know, enough. Hopefully it's in shillings and not star coins. But yeah, so there's that, and also we have to uncover a Jorvik Ranger law in the Wildwoods. How's it going, Melissa? We need to get some more redwood for the campfire. Seems it's already burned out. Can you collect some of the outer edges of the outer edges of the station? Yuki Gun Salt Wolf. Interesting. Interesting surname. Welcome back, Melissa. Those are some hefty logs. They were like sticks. They'll certainly do the job. Fallen wood always burns the best. I thought all wood burns the best. Yeah. Except for wet wood. Wet wood does not burn the best because obviously it's wet. It's got, you know, water. Anyway, besides that, I used to use a wood just like this when camping in Oz. Oh, he means Australia. Right, because I forgot Rowan Allen Way is actually from Australia. Next thing is building up our reserves for keeping our fire going. Do you mind dropping these off by the campfire? I'll count them as we place them to be sure how much we've got. Ta! Building a cache. I mean, there's only like 5 wood there. Are they gonna chop it up? We're off to find starts. Now, do you think you could go grab some kindling so we can get this fire going? I know there's plenty of dried up wood by the ranger tower. Mind checking there? Might as well put that rickety thing to good use. That ranger tower is like all the way over there, right? Yeah, I think that's the one. What's this old compass doing here? Rowan might know. Ah, this is where the folklore starts. Yeah, how the... Wait, what's got you so bothered? Don't tell me you've seen something strange in the woods again. I mean, I wish I did, but I only ever saw that deer, and that was it. I mean, I'd really love to see that magical deer again. It was beautiful. What on earth would a fancy old compass be doing in a pile of wood? I'm gonna give this compass the once over. Could you get the campfire going in the meantime? Do any of you know how to set up fire? Like, you know, for a braai You know, we call it braai in South Africa. Barbecue is, I think, the UK. Yeah, barbecue's the UK, and in America it's called a cookout. Where did my Tinder go? I'm just clicking onto it. Cause yeah, like just dumping Tinder on there is definitely how you start a fire. Nope, it is not. I can smell the sweet smell of a roaring good fire from over here. Nothing beats a good old campfire in the forest. Feels like where I'm meant to be. Hello, Melissa. You called for me? You rang? Cracky, that was fast. Melissa found this fancy old compass in the woods, and I have a feeling who it belongs to. Look at the initials carved into the back. EOH. I mean, EOH is also a very big corporation, isn't it? I don't know. I think they're a huge corporation, EOH. Anyway. Anita, can you tell us about Edith Octavia Hartwood? Of course. Edith Octavia Hartwood. Where to begin? So much of her life is shrouded in mystery. In all the history books I've read, she's only been mentioned in passing. But I've always had a gut feeling she's more than that. This fancy old compass piques my interest in her story again. Some say she was one of us, one of the first Jorvik rangers to ever venture into the Wildwoods. Some believe her to be an adventurer, operating independently from the rangers. Others say she's just a myth, even. But there's one thing everyone agrees upon. Long ago, Edith Octavia Hartwood entered the Wildwoods, and she was never seen again. And just as quickly as he came, he's gone again. Crikey, he moves quick. He glides. It's crazy to think someone like that could actually exist, right? Great job finding this thing, Melissa. Many people have wondered who Edith Hartwood is, and now we're one step closer to knowing. Ooh, I'm excited. Maybe we actually get to meet Edith Hartwood when we unlock the other part of the map. Maybe she's actually got like a lot of different like folklore and history to tell us about the different expansion maps. I'm excited. It's probably why none of them want to go into Hartwood Lookout or beyond our station. Ooh, Hartwood Lookout, that's probably the next expansion. But you've got nerves of steel. Do you think you could brave the tower and look for some more clues? Yes, I can, sir. Well, I've come this far. Let's see what else is up there. Well, I mean, we've been up here before. Oopsie. Old bunch of books. The Jorvik Gazette. Interesting. Ha! This map. This map is pretty important, but that can't be all. I should make sure to check everywhere before going back to Rowan. Okay. I mean, that could literally be her diary, but apparently we're not going to be taking that. How did this end up out here? Could this have something to do with Edith Hartwood? I should get back to Rowan to find out. Elsie, we've got your back. Yeah, right on, Gloomies, right on. Chloe Diamond, woman power, woman's stronger than man. Yep, and we've actually got bigger balls of steel. We got these. So you've made it back in one piece. I didn't have any doubts about it. Well, good. You shouldn't have doubts, because I'm the best. Obviously. While I look into somehow getting whatever is in the spyglass out, would you mind checking out this location on the map? I've marked it on your personal map. Make sure to check it out before you set off. Okay. We should investigate. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, Moonchild. Ooh, what's this book doing here? Diary. Welcome back, mate. Mate. Do you mind meeting me by the campfire while I gather some of the other rangers to come and listen? Seems like a great story to tell. Ooh. The rangers aren't here yet, but maybe it would be good to get settled in. Probably. Probably a very good idea to get settled. Okay, everyone, let's settle down now. Edith was a legendary ranger who spent years studying and protecting the Jorvik wilds. We spent a lot of time specifically learning about the different types of animals and plants all over Jorvik. At some point, people stopped hearing from Edith. It was as if she disappeared into thin air. As time went on, rumors started to brew. Apparently, I can't keep down. I can't sit down. I'm so impatient to hear the story. I can't sit. Theories like Sasquatch took her and held her hostage. She was turned into a moth person. Moth person? That kind of reminds me of the horror story Mama. Ugh. And the most absurd, alien abduction. Maybe it's a good time to talk about aliens. I read a fascinating book about that. It was called The Cryptids of Jorvik, mythical beings lurking in the shadows. It said that Jorvik is home to many mysterious and unexplained things. That's like in South Africa, our Drakensberg. Drakensberg is home to many weird and strange things. There is a lot of UFO sightings. Like Elizabeth Klarer, for example. Very fascinating lady. She was from South Africa. She claims that she was abducted by an alien. In the Drakensberg, the Midlands, where she came from. And she ended up falling in love with this alien. And she had a child with this alien. And the alien child, she gave birth to the alien child. And the alien child then stayed with his father. And she was sent back down to Earth because she states that, you know, we as humans aren't ready yet to live as advanced as they do. So she developed cancer because of constantly being exposed to all that radiation. Her body wasn't built to withstand that technology and science that they used. So she came back to South Africa, told her story. Sometimes she'd come and been visited by her husband and her son, even though she was married by with some other, like a South African Royal Air Force, British Royal Air Force fighter pilot. She was also married to him in South Africa, but then she also had an alien husband. So it was quite an interesting, very interesting story. A lot of people speculate that it wasn't true, but I don't know, she brought a lot of these souvenirs back with her, and she brought souvenirs of different plants that do not exist in the world, on Earth. They're literally, it's a space plant, basically. So how does a space plant exist? How did she could, she couldn't have biogenetically created such a plant. So, I mean, aliens could be real. Aliens could not be real, but I definitely believe that aliens are real. I'd be the first person to invest in such theories, but the thought of Sasquatch and aliens on Jorvik is too absurd even for me to believe. I'm sorry, but wasn't Alien considered a alien because she fell from the stars? She literally came down from the heavens, and she came as a shooting star, i.e. her UFO crashed because we have seen a UFO in Jorvik, hidden in the mountains by Silverglade. Alas, that is all we have of Edith Octavia Hartwood's mysterious story. Whether she spent the rest of her days wandering the Wildwoods or headed back home and settled in for a peaceful life, we will never know. I suppose that's what keeps the legends alive, not knowing what happened to her. Hold on, the story doesn't end here. Look what I found in the spyglass while fiddling around with the old thing. The final page of Edith's diary. Go on, Innerton. You do the honors of reading it. Huh, would you look at that? Turns out she wasn't captured by aliens or turned into a creature at all. She just became one with the forest. Almost like she found her true home and never wanted to leave it. Seems she just wanted to stop communication with other humans by her own choice. This journal and the final page Rowan found inside the telescope helps us fully see the true life of Edith Octavia Hartwood. While it's fun to think something mysterious happened to her, the truth is even more fascinating. We really could not have done it without Melissa and Moonchild. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.